Hello you guys, welcome to my channel and the ScrapRoom's channel, and welcome to a layout for the ScrapRoom Flavors of the Month kit. We are playing with the 49 Market portion of the Flavors of the Month kit for June 2025, and it is Vicky Bouton Flower Emporium. I was just showing off some of the add-ons there. That sticker sheet, pretty awesome. I end up not using actually any of it. But that puffy sheet, and then I do bring in a few elements. Oh no, do I end up even bringing in any elements from the other collections? I don't think so, but I am going to bring in some black cardstock. So I did show off the other papers though that come in this portion of the Flavors of the Month kit, and I thought it was great how the two actually would make a awesome double page spread. So I really wanted to do that, but at the time when I was looking, I wasn't feeling what photos I wanted for that, so I ditched that and I decided to do a kind of tone on tone grid style layout for you today, which is always a fun go-to. I found 3 photos of my son playing in his room, so I'll have a bunch of journaling about his style of play, I think. Yeah. Anywho, it's all awesome. I love it. But I wanted to really make an impact since I was going to do a relatively simple designed layout. And so I wanted to kind of double matte the whole thing, and then I'm going to double matte a photo and like a title spot and stuff, and you'll see that here in a second. So I trimmed down this paper, and I love that these are called sheet starters, so you know that they're made to be backgrounds, which is awesome. And some of them it's kind of hard to decide what side to use, but they are called sheet starters. And so this one I thought was gorgeous, and I love the color blue, so I figured this would be perfect. I first gutted a chunk, so I just grabbed one sheet of black cardstock from my stash to include in this, so that way I'm not using a ton of extra paper, and I gutted it, and I matted the background after I trimmed it down, and then distressed the edges, and then I will use the provided khaki cardstock that comes with craft cardstock, and then we will put it all on that, and also gutting that, just again, to show you how your page kit can stretch. And then I'm going to mat that on there as well. So as I do that, then I want to add, I'm thinking the whole time that I want to add some more to this background. 49 Market and Vicky Bouton are both fabulous at making kind of pre-made mixed media backgrounds for you, but it's always fun to add just a little bit more for yourself. So yes, I have 3 photos. So the one I am going to mat exactly like I did the entire page. I'm going to do a thin black border and then a thin craft cardstock border. I ended up with the embellishments that I got in my kit, and it's going to be a variety of different chipboard embellishments and also a variety of ephemera and journaling ephemera that you're going to get. So you could be getting some of the same things I have, could not. I got this really cool, it's like a library card. So I put the one photo on that, and I'm leaving extra room to journal below, and I ended up getting a pocket with mine, so I really wanted to play with that, and I liked that it was blue, so then I was going, let's do a blue layout. We're just going to do all different shades of blue and pops of black and white. And then the other one I did frame with one of the chipboard frames I got in the chipboard embellishments that I received. So I kind of arranged them how I would like, and then I want I have kind of like this empty spot, so I'm going to make a spot for journaling. So this is going to be, at first I started doing the khaki and then the black on the outside, but I was like, wait, that would look weird if I have one thing that is khaki or craft framed in black instead of the black framed in craft, since everything else is black then craft, if that makes sense. So then I decided to cut down the black and make sure I met that on the crafted set. So I'm going to decide then that that's a good title spot. Awesome rub-ons. These came in the Shots of Life kit. I love 49 Market rub-ons because they will show up on black. They are very high quality. So I have a lot of 49 Market in my personal stash as well. So I could have easily gone, oh, excuse me, and grabbed a rub-on from my stash, but I decided it would be better to use one from the collection. And then I can show you a little bit of the other things you can get, even if you don't just do the embellishment add-ons. The Shots of Life, honestly, kit, if you're going to add one add-on, that'd be the one to do. You're always going to get one more pattern paper, and it's going to be a cut apart usually. I mean, it will be a cut apart, and you get embellishments. So if you're ever going to do an add-on, I highly recommend the Shots of Life. Yes, you won't get some of the portions until the next month, but then you can play with the, unless you're someone who likes to smash your kit that month that you get it, then that might not work out for you. Because you won't get the Shots of Life, you get every other month. So anyway, now I'm rambling. So I did attach a title with the rub-ons, and it says These Days. I did just cut it in pieces, and that's the great thing about rub-ons. You can cut it up however you want to make it fit. But it shows up perfectly. You can actually see it in person even better than you can on video. I grabbed some chipped sapphire and put it through this script stencil I have, old Kaiser Craft stencil, to add a little bit more to the background. And then I'm just taking this darkroom door stamp, and it's like a bunch of X's, and putting that around, and then adding some shimmers, color vibes in, did I do black or did I do the really dark blue? I don't even remember. Black. And adding some splatters in the background. So that's just way I have a little bit more to my background than just the pre-made mixed media, and I like to play with mixed media. You don't have to do that, obviously. You can just use the pre-made background, but I just thought I added just that tiny touch of a little bit more. Now I can finally glue all these elements down for my grid that I'm making. So I'm going to glue down the pocket and the framed photo and the other photo and the title piece, and then we are going to start embellishing, which is one of my favorite parts, especially when it's just adding little touches just to bring it all together. So first thing I'm going to do, I did cut out another word, and it says remember. So then my title actually says remember these days, and this is a way you can kind of break out of your grid. So I set the tone for the grid, and then I like to embellish kind of outside of the grid, which is fun. It just kind of breaks the barrier and doesn't keep it super square or boxy. It is really fun to see layouts that are very clean and just literally a grid and nothing outside of the grid, but I don't like to do things like that. So I did, yes, add remember, and then there were a few hearts. So I'm adding some of those too, like 2 in the upper by the remember, and then I'll add 1. Where do I add the third? Oh, did I only grab 2? Well, I thought I grabbed a third one. I can't see it now. Maybe there was only 2 rub-on hearts. Might have only been 2. But in my embellishments, I did have quite a few blue things and also some black and white things. So I do grab out a couple florals, and there's a couple hearts in there. This one greenery leaf that is black and white, like a sunflower or a lazy Susan. Or, no, black-eyed Susan, not lazy Susan. A black-eyed Susan. I'm not sure what it is. I'm thinking it's a sunflower. And then, yeah, mostly black and white. And then I did use a little bit of the branding strip off of this page as well. The branding strip it was black with a bunch of distressed hearts, so I picked a chunk of it that was mostly the blues, and I'm going to put that, if I have not already, I can't see on my tiny screen, on the pocket card. And then I wanted a tab for the pocket card. And so I had this little scrap of blue paper, tone on tone. Don't know where it's from. Have no clue. It's been in my stash for a very, 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 very long time. I have a scrap bin that has papers from like 1998 in it. So portions of papers that I really need to start using more. So it's probably a blessing that I'm not going to be on the design team for the scrap room. I will be getting less kits. I'm still getting the Flavors of the Month kit, however, but I will be getting less. So maybe I will use some more of my stash. Stash is out of control. So I made a tab for the pocket card, the card that's going in the pocket, and then I put another one down on the bottom right photo as well, just to kind of balance the page a little bit. And then I figured we needed some sequins, and I had a couple mixes. I try to keep a couple things, couple elements from all the embellishments and things, extra things that I have right close to my desk, and try to use those up first. That might not be the most efficient use. Sometimes I will go digging for something specific in whatever, but sometimes just having that on my desk will spark that, or it'll at least get me to use up what's on my desk first, and then I can rotate and put something else. So say I have, 12 sequin mixes, I'll keep 2 on my desk. Anyway, close-ups. Thank you for watching. I will stop rambling. Enjoy. Hope you guys have found a lot of inspiration this month, and check out all the links down below.